I've got to say TGIF, but it's not Friday yet, is it? I guess we could say TGIT. Thank God it's Thursday. Um, so our robot's doing okay. We had a good trade yesterday. It was the pound CAD. We could have triggered Euro Kiwi, but I was being a little bit cautious because of the RBNZ. We could have let it run, to be honest with you. Um, we really pumped on the Euro Kiwi, and it was a 400 pip move. So we could have let it run, but I sort of veer on the side of caution because I'm just quite wary as a trader. But we could have let it go, and we could have made quite a lot of pips. But alternatively, we could have had some losses. We don't really know about interest rate decisions, do we? Really? And I would imagine a 400 pip move in a day was pretty absurd and unusual. It's quite unheard of for a currency pair to exceed 2.3% on a day. It's very rare, but it certainly did. It certainly pumped yesterday. But it just proves that the bubble's working fine, so that's good. But I just was a little bit wary, so I didn't actually click the trigger send on the sheet. So this is our current trade to sell cable and to long Aussie CAD, as you can see. Now, what I'll do today is keep my computer on sleep. If I turn it off completely, when I load the browser again, it loads the spreadsheet, and upon the load, it will then change the state to send. So what I'll do, if my computer's turned off on the weekend, I'll just have to quickly go in there and click delete, and then I'll have to undo what I've done. So it won't trigger a trade unnecessarily. See, that by me opening the spreadsheet, it will just send a trade, and I might not want to send that particular trade at that particular time, but I do want to open the spreadsheet. Okay, so I can't have it on cell change, but we can have it on spreadsheet open. So that's important. Okay, so that's just referring to a QuasiDB signals sheet, and whenever a maximum deviation occurs, it then populates there, and it sends to MetaTrader 4, which is really amazing, to be honest with you, and really quite happy with the progress that we've made. Now, I was wondering whether or not the success of these signals, but we've got the SL and TP in place with a trading stop. So if they do go into profit, that's great. If they result in a loss, it's only going to be a minor loss. And we have to remember we're getting a little bit close to Friday, and also we're going risk off as well. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's have a look at the where are we? Yeah. Okay, so DAX. Now the thing is, they're selling it, right? Well, first of all, they went long, so we created a box. They went long again, created a box. Now they're selling it, so it is a gamble, admittedly. Normally, if they sell it, we should see price come up. It might be, fundamental debt ceiling, macro story. They haven't got a proper resolution yet, and there's probably other things going on in the world as well, like Fed policy. Fed officials said they all saw a mild recession this year, which runs counter to what Powell was saying. He said he didn't forecast it, but the Fed officials are seeing a recession, so there might be some fundamental reasons for this to fall. Sentimentally, it is actually a buy. It might just want to break that low first, but you can see how we've got some support here, which we can elongate that box. So our trades might be a bit choppy today because of the uncertain nature with the indices, and so you can see how we got support, those two wicks, and it was a punishment zone. So therefore, it's possibly going to be a support. So you could look for longs above 15842. You wouldn't want that as a stop loss because it's really wide, but it might be okay. But they are selling it, so we should be coming up. But there might be fundamental drivers for price, and with the debt ceiling thing. I just remembered I didn't do gold. I forgot to do gold in Discord, so we'll look at that quickly. And S&P, so they're selling it. So really, we shouldn't be falling. But it makes you wonder whether or not it's fundamental. It could be a fundamental day. So really, we shouldn't be falling these last 3 hours, but we have done. All right, so it might be overriding the sentiment. Sentimentally, it is a buy. So you could look for longs potentially up here for 150. to target, this 4181 could probably be a decent R there, but really we shouldn't be falling on that. So it's going to be an interesting day. I wonder if they're just going to overlook the sentiment today, which would be unusual. Now you can see the Dow Jones. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've gone long 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth is to cross over over the zero line. So it's actually now a static sell. Alright, so be careful. And we actually tested the lower of the diagonal, which I didn't think was going to happen. I speculated we might, but I wasn't sure about it at all. But I really thought it was too far. But we did come down to it. Is it going to be that one or it's going to be this one? And we came down to it. Now they're selling it, so we should be coming up, but it looks like we are falling currently. So the indices might be doing like a fake thing where the next couple of hours they're going to look like they're going to fall, and then it might pump. And then we'll look at gold quickly. And don't forget we've got a free trial for Patreon, which I need to do a video for, and it's a 7-day free trial, which is going to be worth doing because you get all this analysis and signals and things. So gold is made a buy, and likewise with the indices, we should be coming up because they've sold it. So let's be something to counter that trade. 1957 seems an important level, and we're currently at 1956/7 now. But really, we should be coming up because of that. So S&P, the Dow Jones, DAX, and gold all being slightly naughty on their sentiment. So it makes me think it might be a fundamental day because these 4 things, they should be obeying the sentiment, but they're currently not, unless of course we're seeing some fake stuff until we go to the London Open. We can have a look and see if failure rate, we can see if they're getting paid or not. Yeah, kind of getting paid. The euro's got a terrible score, the dollar's got a good score. So they're shorted the dollar, so the price is going up. The euro, they've longed the euro, but price is going up. So there is quite a bit of a mismatch to the euro there. And so we're currently seeing them getting paid on the indices and gold, but they're getting destroyed in dollar. Right, so it could be fundamental day. So be careful. Remember, we've got AC long and GU shorts. And I'll be back later for a wrap up of the signals. And just so you know, we won't. I'll keep this asleep, this computer, and then when we want to push it, I'll then just simply just wake it up. I don't have to reboot my computer. By rebooting, I have to open the sheet, and then it launches the signal. And I might not want to launch that particular signal at that time, but I do want the sheet to be open. So I'll keep it on sleep mode, and I'll just wake up when I need to. And that's it. So trade carefully, and I'll speak to you guys later today. And don't forget to check your calendar as well. Speak to you soon.